What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we got some great recruiting news for the Wolverines, but we first talk about revenue sharing across football and basketball, as revenue sharing will now be coming to college athletics and why that is big news for Michigan. And then also we go over another big official visit weekend for the Wolverines. We go over what the recruits had to say, including multiple of them who were impressed, a couple of them who are trending towards Michigan after their official visits, and a couple of them who Michigan did make a good move on. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so we got some loaded recruiting news to talk about, but we also got to talk about revenue sharing across college football. But before we do go ahead and get into everything, do want to give a quick shout out to all of our channel members out there. Thank you guys all so much for supporting the channel, and obviously everyone out there who is subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all the support, and we're very close to 14,000 subscribers, so thank you guys all so much. But let's go ahead and get right into it here, and first start with revenue sharing and why this is some big time news for Michigan football, as a federal judge has approved the House vs. NCAA settlement, opening the door for millions of dollars to be shared between schools and athletes for the first time. And the $2.8 billion 10-year settlement will pay past players for missed name, image, and likeness opportunities, and allow colleges to pay current players directly starting July 1st. And obviously revenue sharing will largely go toward football for Michigan, as per Ward Manuel, as he joined the Michigan Insider. He said that Michigan plans to distribute the maximum amount allowed, and he said some 75% of the sum, or approximately $15.38 million, will benefit football players. The remaining 25% will largely be divided between the men's and women's basketball programs. And he said it's football, then men's basketball, then women's basketball, and then we're sprinkling in a couple of others at this present time, and we'll see where that goes. So this is big time news for Michigan. They have been waiting for this to get passed, and this will also help big time in recruiting. And with the NIL landscape in college football now, the Wolverines will have revenue sharing coming their way, which should help them a big way, as Michigan plans to distribute the max amount of $20.5 million annually in revenue sharing to players starting this academic year. And again, the vast majority will go towards football and then basketball, so that is good news for Michigan right there. And then we do got some good recruiting news coming away from Michigan's second official visit weekend, as Michigan impressed a lot of recruits, also trending with some recruits as well. And I first wanted to start with the 2026 four-star edge Mikhail Blade from the state of Illinois. Michigan hosted him on his official visit, and to say it went well is an understatement. Michigan has received multiple predictions going in their favor, including multiple on-3 predictions, the first coming from Steve Wiltfong, and then also E.G. Hound and Ethan McDowell have also put in on-3 predictions. Michigan also received a crystal ball prediction from the 24/7 Sports staff projection, and Michigan is on commit watch right now because Sharon Moore did post the eyes emoji, which always means a commit is coming, and it could be coming from Mikhail Blade after what seems to be a very good official visit. Mikhail Blade speaking to Steve Wiltfong of On3 about his official visit to Michigan, he said, "Definitely a great fit for me. You get best of both worlds with Michigan. Great academics and great football, and they also have a great track record of developing great D linemen, and they are very high on my list." And now Michigan has multiple predictions going in their favor right there. And Michigan also hosted another top target out of the 2026 5-star offensive tackle Felix Ojo from the state of Texas, as he told Steve Wiltfong of On3 that it was good, it was nice hanging out with the players. He talked to Bryce Underwood, and he said it was just nice seeing his point of view of the program since he got there. And he also said that he wants me to come there, and that I see, or how I see the coaches, is how they are. He said Coach Moore, a lot more relatable as a head coach. He talks to you like your family, and ultimately he said Michigan compares high. It was only my second time going there, but Michigan stands high with me and my family, and on the same playing field as Texas and Ohio State right now. So it looks like Michigan made a good jump there in Felix Ojo's recruitment. Another big time priority target on campus for an official visit was the 2026 four-star linebacker Nick Abrams from the state of Maryland. He told E.J. Holland of On3 in the Wolverine that everyone was really welcoming. As soon as we opened the door, we were greeted by Coach Wink Martindale and most of the linebackers staff. He said we saw the culture and the culture they are building, and they really reiterated their vision for me on the field and off the field, and they see me as a leader and the captain of the defense. And he said they definitely gave me a great outlook on how the defense would fit with me in it, and he was also impressed with the education side of Michigan on the visit. And he said that I knew it would be really hard not to call this place home. Georgia set the bar really high, but I think Michigan matched it. So he's also got other official visits to Alabama and Oregon, and he has a top 4 of Oregon, Alabama, Michigan, Georgia will be announcing on July 16th. And Abrams also told Steve Wiltfong of On3 that Michigan is a place I can see myself calling home. So it looks like the visit went great with Nick Abrams. Another one where it went great was with the 2026 four-star safety Donovan Webb, another target from the state of Texas, as it appears Michigan did make a big move on Webb this visit. He told Steve Wiltfong of On3 that the entire staff was great and they truly made me and my family feel at home. And he said, I'm most excited about the opportunity I have to be a student athlete at the University of Michigan. And they said I'm a good fit to their program. I believe I am too. Michigan also did get a surprise visitor from the 2026 three-star wide receiver Jaquaden Guilford from the state of Indiana. The previous Penn State commit now decommitted though, and he took an official visit to Michigan this past weekend. He's a 3-star on 24/7 Sports Rankings, is a 4-star on Rivals, but according to Ethan McDowell of On3 and the Wolverine, he said the visit went great. They showed me what I needed and wanted to know, but he said the people were the best part. Nothing changes from the time you get there to the end. Now, Ohio State and Indiana have been trending along with Tennessee in the mix as well, and Michigan potentially getting in the mix as well with an official visit. He is a 6'2", 190-pound wide receiver. And then another recruit from the state of Indiana was the 2026 3-star defensive lineman J.J. Finch, also rated as a 4-star on Rivals, but is a 3-star on 24/7 Sports Rankings. And it looks like Michigan defensive line coach Lou Esposito making him a priority target now. This was a guy that was supposed to take an official visit to LSU this past weekend. Instead, though, he ended up taking an official visit at Michigan. And he told Ethan McDowell of On3 and the Wolverine that I had a change of plans and Michigan was a place I had been trying to figure out how to get a visit in with. And he said I have a good bond with Coach Esposito, got to know some of the other staff members as well and better this trip too. And he said that ultimately Michigan definitely in his top 5 and plans to make a decision by the end of the month or early July. Another top target who took an official visit was the 2026 4-star top 100 linebacker from the state of Georgia, Braden Rouse, as he told Ethan McDowell of On3 in the Wolverine that the visit went great. Michigan definitely continues to impress me every time I come up, and I feel that would be a great fit at Michigan, and playing for Wink and Brian Jean Mary would definitely suit me because they know the game extremely well, and with Wink's background, he knows how to get players to the NFL. Michigan also did host the top priority cornerback target out of the 2026 4-star top 100 cornerback Kerry Adams from the state of Maryland. He told Steve Wiltfong of On3 that it was good, and they said I'm the corner they need. It would be a good situation, and that Michigan also hosted the 2026 5-star on 24/7 Sports Rankings 5-star edge Trenton Henderson from the state of Florida, as he posted on X stating, "Next great from D-line U?" And hey, the results speak for themselves. You want to come to a school, compete for championships, get developed into a high draft pick, you come to Michigan, especially on the defensive side and as a defensive lineman. So altogether was a pretty good official visit weekend for the Wolverines. And with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more. If you are new around here, I greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.